Yes, sir. You know what time it is.
Oh, yes.
We're here once again. This is Parking Lot Parables.
I'm telling you.
I am Matt P.
And I'm Jeremy Chase.
And we're here once again just to sit down and have a chat.
Oh, yeah. Man,
Bruh.
It's going to be good talk today.
Gonna get a good talk, bro.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah. So we hope everybody's been having a good week so far.
Mhm.
You know, it's hump day.
Yes, sir.
Hope y'all have made it through it alive in good health, not just physically, mentally, and emotionally. These are weird times
Very
we're living in for our generation anyway. Older generation, they're probably somewhat familiar with some of this outside of the whole pandemic issue.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, they probably had the pandemic as well.
Yeah, well, I was actually talking to my dad about that. You know, he was like, yeah, I mean, you know, we've had pandemics come through, but you know, never a pandemic that virtually, you know, it's like he put it, he's like, this pandemic has virtually changed the way we live.
Oh, yeah, this has stopped the world from moving, just about.
Yeah, so it's definitely, it's one for the Guinness Book of World Records for sure.
Oh, yeah, man, but, you know, we gonna keep on surviving, keep on making it, keep staying encouraged. Especially what we finna talk about.
Yeah, most definitely. And it's funny that we decided to talk about this now, considering, you know, a lot of them ain't even open right now. Yeah. But I feel like this is probably the best time for me to shoot, because I know a lot of people weren't going to church anyway. Yeah. Even before this pandemic started.
This is true.
So we're going to get to the bottom of some of this stuff, like why some of the people feel the way they feel about church. And, you know, and you know, we're gonna talk about all. We're gonna try and get into all aspects. You know, we're gonna talk about some personal stuff. Yeah. And we're gonna talk about some stuff that we've seen coming up over the years that other people have went through. But what's the question for it all, bro?
So today we're gonna talk about how to deal with church hurt. And in that, we're talking all aspects, whether you were hurt by a pastor, or if you did something at the church that, you know, made you leave, or if you saw something that made you leave a certain church, or, you know, all those different types of things. Dealing with, you know, a negative situation in church and how to deal with it. It could be a bunch of different things. I know me and Matt, we've seen I ain't gonna say we've seen it all, but we've seen a good majority.
I've seen we've seen a good bit of foolishness coming up over the years. And you know, there was at certain times, you know, when you're young, you remember certain things, but you didn't really understand it at the time. But you know, now, but as you get older, you think back on it and you be like, wow, they was trash.
That really happened?
Like, wow, they was trash for that. But obviously I was too young at the time to really understand what was going on. It didn't register. But now that I think back on it, they was trash for that.
And like we said, we've both gone through some craziness in church. One thing that I've learned is to not let the church control your relationship. Like, there's so many churches out there that's playing matchmaker, that's like trying to put people on other people, and it's like, no, that's not your job.
Big mistake. A big mistake. Now, as a church leader or something like that, you really shouldn't. It's not wise to do that, you know, because if you trying to, that's a huge step. You know, if you encouraging it, you know, like, yeah, go ahead, trying to play Cupid and everything. If things go backwards, now the blowback is gonna be up on your ministry. It's not wise.
And I think now I'm to a point where I don't even want to date in a church that I'm a part of. Like, it's gotten that bad to me. Even one of the first churches that I was with, they, you know, I was visiting another church, and they accused me of leaving because I was following some girl. And I was like, no, I'm just going here. you know, and like it's such a rhetoric of how, you know, certain churches deal with singles. Like, you know, some of them don't teach you how to date, don't teach you, you know, they tell you to wait. Mm-hmm. They love to say to wait.
Yeah, wait on God.
But there's literally hardly any strategy on how to wait. Like, there's no strategy on how to get over temptation. There's little to none. Because a lot of them have either been married for a long time or single themselves. And, you know, like, I think there needs to be a change in that. Like, how we teach singles. Because married folks, they get a lot of it. And, you know, the Bible doesn't really touch on, you know, single, how to, you know, stay single, or even how to guide in your relationships. Because, you know, they mostly did arranged marriages, you know, it was whatever. But, you know, it's a topic that, you know, churches need to teach. And, you know, if you have been, like, hurt in that area, I would say that, you know, just pray, seek healing from all of it. Because, like, don't let that, you know, run your mind. Because I'm even healing from certain areas like that as well. Because I'm not fully healed from church hurt that I've had in the past. And, you know, I'm just looking forward. That's the main thing. Look forward. Not hold anything against anyone. Because you don't want God to hold anything against you. Because we've all messed up in some kind of way. But, yeah. Between relationships that are controlled by, like, leadership, and one thing I cannot stand, man, like, when you first join a church and they look at your gift more than your discipleship, like, bruh, I'm more than that. Like, I hate it when people look at what the skills I have and, like, they want me to join only to provide for their ministry, only to, you know, help them grow, but it's like I don't receive that in return.
Yeah, like, that'll have you walking in there acting like you don't know. I don't know how to do nothing.
Yeah,
skills. What are those?
Oh yeah, man.
I ain't got none.
And that's why I got given to some of these, you know, major churches, because, you know, they got their own teams and all of that, where they don't need people to come in, and where they have those people who can just disciple you.
They got a whole payroll.
Yeah, and I'm not saying if you're have a position in church to just be up in there like, no, I don't want to do this no more. My thing is, if I'm first joining a church, let me be acclimated, let me be discipled in, and, you know, treat me as a person, not just as someone who can, you know, do videography, someone who can, you know, help with the sound, someone who, you know, can control music and all that different stuff. Like, see me as a person first. That's my main thing, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I will run from a church if they be like, oh, you do this, you do sound, you do media, oh, we need this, we need da. And it's like, no, fam, I need a chance to soak up this word too. And I feel like, you know, a lot of people are burnt out, you know, because, you know, they feel unappreciated. They feel like, you know, they're not going anywhere with it. They're not advancing. Some have been doing the same thing and their talent hasn't grown. You know, like, if you're not growing within your position in church, then what's the point of having it? So, you know, those main two things were the things that really bothered me. And, you know, I'm still healing from a lot of that type of stuff. Me and Matt both seen some craziness over the time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, bro, I remember I was visiting a church out of town. I don't even remember where this was at. But, you know, the pastor got up and he was, you know, now we packed out the whole church. Like, the church I was with, like, we packed out the whole church like 3 times over between what they had. And this man got up there and said, if I don't have no members, no musicians, I'm going to preach to the pews. I don't need anybody. I was like, oh, really? Cause my thing, I was like, I thought the church was, the people. Like, so if you ain't got no people, what you doing? Like, it ain't the building. It ain't. And they were in a hotel, so I'm like, what?
They was living in a hotel?
No, the church was a hotel.
Oh wow!
And I'm like, bruh, you been talking. And I'm like, man, there's.
So basically, in what he's saying, at the end of the day, unless he got some online streaming service, he gonna be preaching it. Somebody's gonna be watching from home. He ain't gonna be spreading the gospel, is what he's saying.
Oh no,
because you can't spread the gospel to an empty building. Like there ain't nobody there to spread it to.
Yeah, he ain't have no online service, but it was a lot of ratchetness going on in there, and I was like, man, like, and then got the nerve to call yourself International Ministries, like. But yeah, bruh, and I'm not here to like bash what anybody's doing, but it's some stuff you gotta take a notice of.
I think, I ain't gonna say that. All right, what I will say is there's an unchecked arrogance within ministry in some of these churches, man.
Oh yeah,
an unchecked arrogance. They talk to people however they want to talk to them. They come at you however they want to come at you.
Ain't humble.
Ain't humble. Especially after you done got to know them. They take it easy when they don't know you. But when they finally get to know you, or they get too familiar, and now they think they can talk to you however they want to talk to you, in front of whoever they want to do it in front of. I'm like, bro, what happened to the what happened to all that love and grace you was showing me when we first met?
Yeah.
Oh, that's out the door now, huh? I guess. Oh, that's how it is. Oh, you was just you must have been trying to feel me out, see if I go off on you or not. Trying.
Pretty much, man.
Out here. Yeah, the rebuke game is wild.
Yeah, cause like I'm cool with the rebuke, but do it in love. Like, man, you just rebuking to get off your feelings.
Yeah, like
and I understand correction, cause we all do stuff wrong. But when you're not doing it in the spirit of meekness, considering yourself, like, you will fall. And I can't stand it when, like, they'll say, touch not my anointed, and they feel like you ain't anointed at all.
I'm like, when we all decided to make a decision to say yes to God, and He anointed us all with the Holy Spirit. So that kind of goes for everybody.
Oh yeah.
So you best take your own advice there, playboy.
Yeah.
We be trying to, you try not to say much about pastors. They don't make it easy, man. They like some of these pastors are like police out here, bro.
Yeah.
The way they be handling their members, man.
Oh yeah. That brutality with their words, man.
It be
bipolar.
And they'll be like, oh, he in the word. But how is he delivering it though?
Yeah.
People take the word and twist it up in all types of different ways, man. How are they delivering it?
Yeah, and I will say there are some great pastors. I know me and you both know a whole bunch of great pastors.
Most definitely.
And we're not talking about them. So if you getting hit by this, look in the mirror.
And you know what? Not everybody's perfect. They make mistakes. But this is what, some people like to pretend like, oh, if you ain't got such and such title, you can't say nothing to me.
Yeah.
Or if you ain't got this much time put in ministry, you can't say nothing to me.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, Peter was in ministry longer than Paul, but that didn't stop Paul from going in on him when he was being racist towards the Gentiles.
Yeah.
Or the young man that came up to Job and his friends when they was debating the philosophies as to, or the reasonings as to why Job was going through what he was going through. Here comes this young guy talking to them, putting them up on game.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it ain't, at the end of the day, it ain't got nothing to do with how long you been in the ministry, how long you been laboring, or your title. Some people believe they are beyond reproach, above reproach.
And we're not saying that it's only the older generation that's doing this. It's the younger too.
No, yeah, most definitely. I mean, because I'm not even talking about age necessarily than I am like mindset and titles. I mean, you got people in their 20s that are already bishops. So I mean, like that has already went to their head. So like you can't. They act the same way. Can't say nothing to them unless you a bishop.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I'm a bishop. You can't say nothing to me unless you're a bishop.
And you know what? A lot of them have this mentality that you know, I'm on a higher level. You know, I'm deeper in God.
God is calling me to a higher standard. I
understand that to a point. He has called you to a higher standard, and you have to be the example for people that what you say, your words are more effective because you are seen as a pastor or whatever position you hold. But at the same time, we're all judged on the same level.
That's what I was about to say. We are all called to that standard, no matter how much attention we have. We're all called to the we are all going to be judged by the same standard.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this microphone, it has a lot of power.
Yeah.
And if you spouting out the wrong thing and people start to believe what you say, like, bruh, that's dangerous.
And we've seen it.
Oh yeah, man.
Foolishness.
Yeah, that's why you gotta read the word for yourself. You gotta have your own interpretation to it as well. And I had to learn that the hard way many times. But yeah, man, it's a lot to go through when you've been through church hurt. Like I said, man, I've had, you know, someone tell me that, you know, that I left because I was chasing a girl and I was, bruh, that thing hurt. Cause it's someone I've known for like over 15 years in leadership. And I was like, well, dang, you like, and like, man, that thing, like, even now when I see him, I think of that. And, you know, that's an area I have to heal in. But, you know, to heal in those different areas, it takes a whole lot of prayer. I know, I left the church and I'm still praying for healing in a lot of areas. And it takes God, like, to really change your heart. Cause one, I don't want to go to a church and look at it as if they're the old church.
Yeah, you know, going to a church, PTSD church.
Oh yeah. Like, man, you can't judge a church by what you've been through in the past, because every church isn't like that. Now, I will say every church does have their issues, does have their certain dramas, but at the same time, you can't be so soaked up in that. I'm at the point where I just want to go to church, praise God, get the word, fellowship a little bit, and go home. Like, I think that was one of my main problems, is that I was so heavily, like, in the church that when I left, I didn't know who I was, bruh. Like, I remember, like, everything I did, it was about the church. You know, like, bruh, I forgot what it was like to not go to church.
It's a dangerous, I'll say this, it's a dangerous place to be where when there's foolishness going on, you can't see it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
And when it's pointed out, you get upset, defensive.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Like, there was,
and it could be 100% true, but you don't care because you know your mind is so tied up. You know, you got so much scale. Yeah. It's important to always, like, be aware of what's going on. I mean, it's like if you have a family, you don't want to be under any disillusions about your kids. You know your kids can be bad at times, but you want to be like, nah, I got angels. No, them little jokers is bad.
Yeah.
But you don't want to see that.
Yeah.
And that's how some of us can be about our churches.
Yeah, man, we will follow blindly to a lot of things because we feel like, you know, that's the man or woman of God. They would never do anything to hurt me. Like, they got my best interest, so I'm gonna follow them blindly. And like, that can really hurt you. Like, I've been through some mess, man, and like, ooh.
It's important to remember that just because somebody has your best interest at heart doesn't mean it's the right move.
Yeah.
It's always right.
Yeah, and even it's good to get advice, but in all things, you got to consult God first. If you're going to someone first before God, then one, you're treating them as an idol.
Already.
Yeah, you treat them as an idol. And like, I'm to the point now, like, God is the first and the last at the moment, because like, he's done so much for me over a short amount of time. Like, I can give testimonies of time after time he's blessed me on, whether it was financially or a good job or, you know, just different things, man. He's really had my back over these years.
Especially right now, bro.
Oh yeah, man.
Could have been both of us. We out here hurt, man.
Yeah, struggling. Like, so many people have lost their jobs, but I've been able to keep my job.
Sending out prayers for them too, man.
Yeah, man. And like, you know, this is a difficult time for churches, because we know that, you know, the doors for most of them have been closed. Some are going online, but that personal fellowship isn't there. And, you know, even sometimes like this, you can see the true character of people. Mm-hmm. Like, if your church is so focused on, like, have you paid your tithes and offering? Like, instead of like, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all good over there? You know, checking on you, making sure you straight. Then it's like the wrong rhetoric. Like,
I got another one for you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, y'all can go to the grocery store, but y'all can't come to church now that the doors don't open back up. I'm like, huh? Like, really?
Shoot, even the Bible tells us to follow the rules of the land.
And like, now, okay, so they done told us they done said that the churches can open back up. Mm-hmm. So it's at their discretion at this time. So yeah. I'm like, but don't be trying to manipulate people into feeling bad because they're like, nah, I'm not ready to come back.
Exactly.
Well, like, oh, you can go to the grocery. Well, if I don't go to the grocery store, what am I gonna eat? Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I'm like, I can catch church online, fam.
And you know what, bruh? They've opened up a lot of these places, churches, restaurants, all that type of stuff, and the cases have doubled.
Yeah,
and coronavirus. So I'm
contrary to what some people believe, it's not just because tests or the people are getting tested more frequently. It's not just because of that. I mean, yeah, that's playing a part, but yo, no, that virus is still spreading. So I mean, let's not be under any let's not be misinformed here, okay? But I just want to stop for a second and get off of we were going in on the whole leadership angle for a second. Let's talk about some of these members.
Oh yeah, man.
Talk about members. Okay,
members
so
definitely be trash.
I mean, because leadership gets church hurt, can be church hurt too. Let's be honest about that. You know, I've seen people, you know, they bend over backwards for their members. Yeah. And they still get mistreated.
Yeah, man.
You know, every member that's out there talking about, oh, they don't treat you right, and I'm like, you really don't know everybody's story. I mean, people will give you this quick generalization, then we be so quick to, I mean, now us in general, we know what our stories are. Yeah. You know, and honestly, we wouldn't even got enough time to share you with all the humbug.
And you know what? Whenever someone asks me, like, you know, of a church I've been to, I'll tell them, see for yourself, because you may not have the same experience as me. Yeah. And you may enjoy, you know, that type of environment or something like that. But I'm at the point where I'm not disleading someone from going to somewhere where I've been, because really the church is all one. It's supposed to be. Yeah. But, you know.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation right there, bro. To be honest.
But yeah, let's get back on these members. Cause we've seen some trash. I've seen pastors go to bat, you know, giving people, like, helping them pay their bills, bruh. And then they leave and pretty much give them their butt to kiss.
Yeah. Dog them out.
Yeah.
They everything but a child of God, you know. oh, it's bad. Man, they terrible pastor over there, man. Man, this man paid your rent for the last couple months, or this family, the church pastor's family, they all got together and decided to pay your rent. You over here talking trash about them.
Yeah. That's why, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's why I really didn't want to accept help from any like pastor or anything like that. One, I don't want to take advantage of anybody, and two, I don't want any strings attached.
Yeah, cause I ain't gonna lie. I have seen pastors throw that type of stuff back in your face.
Yeah.
Be like, so that kind of gives them less to work with, when especially when they in they ridiculing mode, they rebuking mode.
Oh yeah, man.
If they ain't really got too much on you, I done seen some pastors be like, they'll be like, oh, the Spirit told me this. Nah, what they was doing was they was watching your Facebook.
Oh yeah, man. Please.
So y'all stay off Facebook.
I'm telling you.
Because y'all leaders do watch y'all Facebook. And so do the members.
Yeah.
So your members be watching too, and they be telling.
Yeah.
They be out here telling.
Man, I've been called into the office for stupid stuff. I'm like, well, I saw Jeremy so-and-so. And I'm like, bruh, that wasn't even me. Like, it's ridiculous of what members will say about you, of what you've done. And they don't know the story at all. At all. And like, I've come to the point where, you love people, but look, sometimes you
I love them from a distance.
That's what I'm finna say.
I love everybody from a distance.
From a distance.
Like, that's why I told my mom, I be like, I've been social distancing. Like, there's only a certain number, there's certain few that I fool with, man.
Oh yeah, man. Same.
Everybody else, I'm good.
Yeah, man. But like we said, members can be trash. Like
certain members be in there starting discord, and a lot of times that's what when people talk about church, they ain't been necessarily talking about the pastor. Like they'll be talking about other members. Yeah. Like other members will run new people out the church. Yeah. I've seen it both ways.
Yeah, and I've had a bunch of friends that they've left the church, especially when I went to college. And a lot of them were saying that they were getting judged too much. I had one girl literally say she was bashed the whole time she was there. And first time coming, man. First time going to a church. And they were bashing her about, what she was wearing. And I'm like, bruh, that's not how love works.
All y'all had to do was put a blanket over that girl's legs and leave it alone.
Yeah, like, man, we supposed to be there to minister to people. You don't know what type of situation people be.
I honestly believe that some people in the church, they love, they enjoy bashing. Like, some people do it in a more intense way. Like that video I sent you earlier. Yeah. I'll go ahead and say his name, Brian Carn. Dude, they was having like offering or whatever. Yeah. And boy, he chopped up his praise team so savagely, man. Like it was uncalled for, man. Like
he was like pretty much just. I was like, that's what y'all practice.
It was like y'all don't need to be practicing no more if that's what y'all gonna come up with.
I was like, man.
I was like, dude, like if they was that trash, I told you they ain't gonna work in Jacksonville.
Okay. I'm like, oh.
I felt bad, but it was funny at the same time. Like, cause his like utter disregard, what I felt bad about was his utter disregard for however that was about to make them feel, man. And like, what was funny to me,
not only that, you got people there.
That was what was funny to me, bro. It's like I was like looking for some like reaction out of the people, and like it's like everybody was just like,
"Oh, this is a regular thing."
Yeah, that's normal for them. So like, and they was probably the musicians. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, as a musician, you work with, man, the praise team will have you looking crazy out here sometimes. Like, that's a fact. But that's the type of stuff you have to address during rehearsal. Yeah. Like,
oh yeah, you gotta be straight honest.
Yeah, straight honest during the week and stuff. Like, not during the service, man. Like, I'm like, who can really get their mind set up to hear the word after that?
Yeah.
I hope he did that after he preached.
Man, he looked like he was finna dismiss.
I don't know. It looked like he had them standing for prayer, over the offering. Man. My man's is wild, man. Get your mans, y'all get your mans.
But yeah, man, like we said, members and leaders can be trash. And, you know, our whole thing is to heal on both sides. Like we said, it takes a lot of prayer. Some stuff and, you know, the Bible even says if, you know, you have an alt with your brother or sister to go to them. And, you know, if that doesn't work, to involve one other person. If that doesn't work, to bring before the church. But a lot of people, we go around to the end part. Like...
Yeah, we just take it straight in front of the church.
Yeah, and like it's out of order, man.
Or we just start a gospel about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm tired of people talking about issues and not being about it. Like, from now on, I'm pretty much gonna be like, well, go tell them. like straight up, man.
Shoot, I had an issue with somebody. I don't know. I tried to talk to the leader about it, but the whole situation was just kind of like, how do you tell somebody that they're not good at what they do? I mean that everybody has their opinion. I mean, yeah. I'm a decent musician. I mean, I'm not the best, but one thing I do take seriously is learning my craft.
Yeah, man.
And like when you know you got somebody, when you know you playing with somebody who's not taking their craft seriously, that is annoying.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's, I don't want to get too deep into that because that could really be a whole nother episode right there, man.
Yeah.
Church musicians, that's a whole. Actually, we can start a whole series on that, man.
Man, shoot, but yeah, man. Like, yeah, you gotta have them hard conversations. Like, and you can even start off like, bro, I don't feel your heart is into it. Like, is everything all right? Because you never know what people going through. They may be having some issues at home or something like that. But, you know, you gotta address it. Because if you let it go on, everyone else suffers, you know. Because I'm pretty sure if you hear it, everybody else hear it too. So, you know, yeah, you just gotta grow, man. And that's the main thing. Like, be somewhere where you want to grow. If you leave every Sunday feeling worse than when you came, then that might be a sign that, you know, this is not for me. Like, the whole point of the church is to uplift us. It's to prepare us for our weekly dealings with the world. Because, man, it's tough out there nowadays. And you need a word. Like, man, it's
a whole another level than it was last year.
It's a apocalyptic level, man, and you need a word in these times. But you know, I do have a goal to find a church and be planted there. I'm still looking. At the same time, I'm not in a huge rush as well, because I don't want to make a hasty decision. Like I said, I'm consulting God in all things, man. Like,
got to.
Mm-hmm.
Got to.
Yeah, man. But, you know, if you've been hurt by a church, like we said, man, pray about it. Because it all starts there. God wants your one-on-one connection before anybody. He died so that connection can be formed, where you can talk directly to him. So you don't have to go through no priest. You don't have to go through a pastor, a member, nothing. He wants that one-on-one with you. And I promise you, if you stay in his presence long enough, he'll answer you. I know for a long time, I used to be like, well, even when I was younger, man, I was like, well, I can't see him. I can't hear him. But I've learned that, you know, God speaks in a whole lot of ways. I know one way he speaks to me is through movies. I know I'll be watching something and like God will drop something into my spirit by something that happens in the movie. So, you know, you never know how God speaks to you. You have to work that avenue within yourself and with him, man. Like, and one way to know God is to know his word. So the more time you spend reading his word and praying, like, you will get to know him. and then you'll have the spirit to know what's right and what's not, because we can be confused as well.
Confusion.
Yeah.
The confusion is real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's honestly so much we could talk about when it comes to church hurt, man.
Mm-hmm.
You ever I think I remember I had just clubbed the night before,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you know, these people didn't know me, but they was talking about yeah, you probably clubbed last night. I'm like, dang, man, how they know what I did? You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but it's like I felt God talking to me.
Yeah.
But fast forward years later, now it's like, oh, it's just shots being taken.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, dog, what? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you find yourself questioning, like, God, dog, man, I thought I was going down the right path around here.
Yeah.
But these people have you questioning. If you ain't careful, these people have you questioning your own salvation.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, like
I'm like, they'll be having you question, like, how much of this do I have to put up with before I say, you know, straight up?
Yeah, man, like that's why in a lot of situations you gotta really guard your heart. And some don't know how to deliver something to you. Some just be like, well, I'm just raw, and they'll leave it at that. But you gotta learn how to tell people stuff. Like, there's a way to reach people. You ain't got to demean their character. You ain't got to bring them down. Like, the world already does that to us.
Yeah.
So we don't need leaders and, you know, people in positions to do the same thing that the world does to us. Like, we need uplifting. Like, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, but lift me up.
Ain't nobody looking for. I'm not gonna get political, but ain't nobody looking for a little pat on the back. You know,
Yeah.
we want you to be real with us, but God, dog, it's a tone. There's a way you can say something without making me. You can say, I don't like those shoes, and then you can say them shoes look like crap.
Yeah.
It's two completely different ways of saying it. You know, I mean, honestly,
Shoot,
it's even worse way of saying it.
And there's even a better way to say it. I like Nikes over Adidas. Like, like, bruh, like, and some stuff, it's like, what's the point of you even saying it? And like,
Pettiness.
yeah.
Ooh, we can talk about pettiness.
Man, we might just have to do a whole episode on pettiness, man.
Like, cause I ain't gonna lie, I sniff out pettiness like a bloodhound, boy. Why? Because I can be petty myself. So I know when somebody in the church is just being petty in here.
Yeah.
You know, and then they'll have the nerve to try and mask it with the perfume. Try and be like, oh, this is the Lord. No, that's them being petty, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, we talked about church hurt. Like I said, if you've been through it, pray. That's the main thing. We all need healing in one area or another. There's stuff I'm still dealing with that I'm learning on how to deal with. We all have our problems, but you know, we can't carry all of that into a new situation, because we all gotta grow. We gotta learn. We gotta, you know, bring other people into the faith. Like, you know, that's our goal. That's our mission. But you know, we pray for everyone that, you know, has been involved in church hurt, because I'm pretty sure almost everyone listening that's of the faith has been in some type of situation. Like, it's gotten that bad, man, that, you know, people have been truly hurt by the church. And I know people have, like, not gone to church for years. And it may be that time to go back. You know, I'm not saying you have to go back to the same one. There's plenty of churches.
Yeah.
Plenty of churches. Don't stop. Don't stop because of what one person did. Everyone is not the same. You can't judge them to be the same.
Yeah.
Because one, God lives in all of us, and there's someone out there that, you know, can lead you and guide you in the right direction. Don't want nothing from you. just want the best for you because it's in their heart. Like my thing, I'm looking at the heart of all things. Like, man, I'm looking at, you know, what you do for the community, what you do for the members, how the members treat you. Like, if the members don't respect you, why should I? And vice versa. like, you know, you gotta look out for these signs and if you're not being treated well in the church, voice your opinion. You know, you're not too low on the totem pole to give your opinion of what's going on, you know, because you may see something that they don't see, and it may change the whole dynamic of the church, and you know what, it may come out better. But, you know, don't be afraid to you know, stand up for what you believe in Christ, and, you know, back it up with the word. And I'm not saying get into a full-on debate. I'm not saying to go against everything, but what I am saying is stand for what's right. At the end of the day, we have to stand for what's right. Even with, you know, the cops killing people, we gotta stand for what's right, man. Like, there's so many people still dying from police brutality, from all of this craziness. It's been riots, like, it's been ridiculous, man. So that's why we really have to focus on, one, bettering ourselves, bettering our community, bettering everything that surrounds us. So, you know, just keep that in mind, you know, and just stay off the foolishness.
For sure.
Because it's getting ridiculous out here.
For sure. Speaking of which, I know what time it is.
Oh,
it
yeah.
is Miss Me with the Foolishness. Okay, so if y'all haven't seen it, there's no article for this. It's a video.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think this happened in Atlanta. Because it just seems like, it just looked like something that would happen in Atlanta.
Yeah. And I'm going to add the video, but it may be a little censored for those of you who not into it. But it's ridiculous. But pretty much the video is of a protester who wanted to protest in her own way.
In her own way.
So.
Capital OWN, because ain't nobody else out here doing this.
At all. So pretty much what she did, she got out. I don't even know where this at, but it's at nighttime and there's like, 6 or 7 squad cars out here.
Mm-hmm.
And she is twerking in front of the police cars.
In her drawers.
In the drawers and a Black Lives Matter t-shirt. And this is a black lady. She only thing she got is some tennis shoes, some skimpy drawers, and a Black Lives Matter shirt. And she is straight out giving them a show. Like, this about set us back 50 years, bruh. Like, this is not what we're fighting for. Like, you just out here showing all your goodies. Like, she belonged to the streets.
Definitely. Literally. In every sense of the phrase, belonged to the streets. Because she was laying on them. And she did a split.
Bruh.
She just...
Like, I'm scared she done caught corona with the split she was doing. Like, man, like... And I'm just like, why? What guided you to do that?
But, I mean... She had friends out there boosting her head up.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the chick that ran up on her with the dog and tapped her on the butt like, yeah. And then you got old buddy holding the camera talking about, yes. Yeah. I'm like, bruh.
Like, come on with this. Like, this is not the way.
It was at least 3 of y'all out there, and none of y'all had no, it didn't pop up in none of y'all minds. Hold on, why are we doing this? This is stupid. This is not proving anything.
Not productive.
We just giving them a free show.
They cooning it up out there.
Just straight. What's that a sign of, bro?
Huh?
What's that a sign of?
Thotry. That is a straight thotry.
Gosh.
Like, bruh, I was like,
sick of the thoughtism.
Man, she must be mad that the strip clubs are closed. Because she was trying to put all her moves out there.
Like, I'm like, bro, who made you like that?
Okay, like, man, where your daddy at?
Man, somebody get their girl out here, man.
Like,
I know she's single, but If she wasn't at the time, she got to be now. Got to be now.
Yeah, bro. That was just ridiculous. Like, that's just embarrassment for our people. It's like, and the cops just sitting there like, hey.
I mean, what they was gonna do? Arrest her? No, they wasn't about to arrest her.
I was like, man,
that was good. That was good free entertainment for them.
Okay,
Stupid.
Sure, you had a bunch of them posted up just looking. I was like, man, but it's getting real out of these streets. Like, man, that's why.
And the fact that they had the nerve to put the video out there, like at no time. While it was happening, old girl gonna walk. She gonna run up with the dog. Somebody, yeah, girl, do it.
Just boosting her ego with foolishness. I'm like, man, if you don't take that to your OnlyFans page with that craziness, like, what? Man, I was just disgusted.
Yeah, well, I mean, that type of foolishness, I guess that's to be expected. Like, somebody's gonna show out here.
Yeah,
it never fails.
So if it's in you, it's gotta come out. But yeah, man, we just want y'all to stay safe out here. We know there are a lot of cities are protesting, so protect your life. Always stay prayed up. We're gonna get through this. It's gonna end eventually. We just gotta see the light at the end of the tunnel. But, we thank y'all for listening in for another episode. Man, this is episode number 29, man.
29.
Yeah, we keeping it going.
Yeah, we are, we over halfway a year in now.
Yeah, man.
Half a year in. We in the half of the year. Yeah, we are there.
Yes, sir.
It's been a journey, and man, we just gonna keep doing what we do, man. Y'all hit us up at parkinglotparables@gmail.com, man. Let us know what y'all want to hear us talk about, man.
Yeah.
You ever think we want to talk about politics, bro?
I mean, I would, but I need to educate myself more because I know little about politics. Because I hardly know many politicians. But we can do episode. Yeah.
I guess we should. I probably say like around October-ish.
Yeah.
Save it for the big election.
Yeah, definitely, man. But we thank y'all for listening, man. We thank y'all for the engagement. Keep engaging with us. We love that. We are gonna start doing some giveaways, so look out.
And I want to say something real quick. I just want to impart something. Like I know there's a lot of craziness going on. To all my black brothers and sisters, brown brothers and sisters, white brothers and sisters, everybody. We want to see everybody make it.
Yeah.
But if you are, I want to pose this question to you because I'm not just seeing this from white people. I'm seeing it from black people. I'm seeing it from people that wants to pretend that racism doesn't exist. Racism exists.
It is,
and it's more people out there that's racist than we really know.
Oh yeah,
they just hide it very well. They are waiting. If racism was socially acceptable, then you would really see what's really happening out here. Yeah. But because it's not socially acceptable, now it's coming down. Like every white person comes out that does something racist, they're coming after them. Now, the weirdest time, but now we have black people. I don't know if y'all seen this video, but there was a black girl who at the University of Virginia told these white people that they need to be mindful of this space because it's really meant for people of color, as she put it. Man. And they were making them feel uncomfortable. Like it was so silly. Like, and it was embarrassing because I'm like, yo, all this time that black people have been trying to fight against racism, not just black people, but white people, all types of people have been trying to. She fixed her goofy looking face.
Yeah.
To mess around and spit out some racist junk on camera.
Yeah.
And then they put it out there like it was cool. That was not cool, man.
Not at all.
We are supposed to be setting the highest standard.
Mm-hmm.
We can't be setting the highest standard if you got people out here talking about, oh, well, they killing us, we gonna start killing them.
Yeah.
Man, shut up. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing.
Exactly.
Y'all shut up. Shut that mess up.
Yeah.
That's not the way. It's not gonna change anything. It's just gonna make
No.
things worse.
Yeah.
For the people who aren't looking for any type of trouble, now they're gonna have to watch their backs, because now you're gonna have people just randomly trying to attack people of different colors.
And you know what? There's a lot of people that's starting looting that's not even black, man. And it's like we get blamed for it.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, sometimes that's because people just don't take the time out to look and see, you know. And then there's also times where you know people know what's up, but they just wanna go with what's convenient for them.
Yeah, they want to do what they want to do, man.
I'm praying for the country as a whole.
Yeah,
because I mean, this is just an ugly time to we in, and the whole pandemic thing is just making all of this much worse.
Oh yeah, man.
Like as if back in March February and March, as if we weren't wound up tight enough as it was. You know, I believe the whole pandemic thing is probably a reason we didn't even a lot of people didn't catch on Ahmaud's death.
Yeah, man.
Because that happened in February. People were still getting over the fact that Kobe died.
Yeah.
And then after that, a month later, a few weeks later, we find out the pandemic's in the U.S. Well, officially in the U.S. And so then you got, I mean, now they're putting us on quarantine. Now the video of Ahmaud Arbery's murder has gotten leaked. It's not got put out there. Everybody's outraged.
Yeah.
Breonna Taylor, R.I.P. And then George Floyd, R.I.P.
Yeah.
This most recent death, though, although, like, I think it's the dude was stupid. Like, did you see it?
Which one? Where he was
the guy in Atlanta?
Well, here's the thing. He was drunk and he was in his car asleep.
Yeah.
So pretty much he was trying to sleep it off. And then you can't blame him for that. Now me, I would have probably called and be like, hey, I need someone to get me, because, you know, people out here protesting and all sorts of foolishness can go down.
Right.
But, you know, it still don't take away from the fact that this man was killed in his own car.
No, he wasn't, bro.
You sure?
Nah, he was out the car.
Oh.
There was actually a fight had broke out between them and the police, and they was about to subdue him, but he. See, this is why, like, these police, man, they're weak, man. There's too many weak police out here, man, because it was two of them. He got away from them and was able to get one of their tasers. He shot, and from what I understand, he missed. But as he was fleeing the scene, they decided to shoot him in the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I mean, nobody can, like, within their right mind say, oh, well, he was asking to get killed. Like, no. I mean, worse things have happened. Why you telling me two police can't handle a drunk man?
Yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, a lot of our police force ain't as fit as we think they are either.
Not fit at all. Can't fit their uniform.
Yeah, but you know, it's a lot. Like we said, it's a lot going on, man.
But I really charge people in general to just do better.
Yeah.
Like, be a little more understanding of each other.
Conscientious.
I'm trying to be more understanding of some of our more fair skinned people. And how they feel. Apparently a lot of you know, white people are feeling discriminated against. I'm trying to understand that. you know,
man.
I'm trying to wrap my mind around that.
Yeah.
I mean, but them same ones are also trying to pretend like white privilege doesn't exist, and I'm having trouble wrapping my mind around that. Because I mean, I've seen that in the workplace for years, for over 10 years. Like I've watched like white people like literally get positions that they wasn't even good at their original position.
Yeah.
But you know, and then I've seen people people who are better equipped, better work harder.
Mm-hmm.
People of color, not just black, Hispanic, but they'll all get looked over for. I mean, I've seen it. It's like factories are really bad about it. With corporate jobs, come on, man. I mean, but I say to everybody is trying to be more understanding of the people next to you.
Yeah.
I watched a guy at a TED Talk, man. He said for years he was this guy, he was a musician, black guy. He said he called the Grand Wizard, is what they called him, or something like that, of the KKK.
Mm-hmm.
So he's basically like the top guy of the KKK in the U.S.
Yeah.
And he said he called the guy and they had a meeting in his hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And over time they just kept meeting. Like the guy, the KKK guy would come. Initially, he would come with his bodyguard, but then eventually he stopped coming with his bodyguard. He started coming over to the musician's house. He would come to their shows, and then the black guy musician, he would come to the KKK rallies.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but because he knew him and they was actually friends, like they would show him respect. Like for real, he like because see KKK like popular to like contrary to popular belief, their problem wasn't only with black people. So he would be like, I got more respect for this man than so. Obviously, he'd probably be taking shots at political people or something like that. Yeah. But eventually, their friendship kept blooming until the point where that guy decided to hang up his position in the KKK for good.
Oh, well, that's good. You know, we need more stuff like that because I do believe people can change.
Yeah,
people
can change. It takes time and it takes a lot of patience.
Yeah,
and a lot of understanding, but we can do better.
Yeah,
but like even when things like that, I personally feel like it could be a lot less violence if we would just seek God as a nation. But I mean, that's just how I feel. You know, everybody doesn't believe in God. Yeah. Everybody doesn't believe in capital God, featuring Jesus and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
but they ain't trying to. Everybody ain't trying to hear that. I mean, you know, He gave us free will, so you know, true. All I can do is tell you about Him. You know, and challenge you to try Him. You know, and not to try Him in a sense like He's a genie. Yeah, you know, because He's not. And don't be like, well, if you don't do this, I know you ain't real. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything for Him.
No, don't tempt Him, cause
I mean, you ain't hurt nobody but yourself doing that. I mean, that does nothing. It literally does nothing for Him if you don't believe, right? So I mean, I think it's important that, you know, mankind get off this pedestal like He needs us to believe. He doesn't need us to believe
at all.
He wants us to believe. You know, He wants to have a relationship with you. Yeah. But I mean, He doesn't need it. Yeah. You know.
And I think some people have that power complex where they can't imagine someone who's more powerful than them. Yeah. So
that makes them feel little. I believe in God, but but that belief in God doesn't make me feel little. I feel like He's the head of my life, but that doesn't make me feel necessarily out of control. Yeah. You know, because
He makes me feel stronger, man.
Yeah, because I mean, if it wasn't for Him, ain't no telling where I'd be. Yeah. But I just wanted to say that. I got off on a tangent.
Oh, you good, bro? Shoot, but it's the truth, man.
Yeah, y'all if y'all want to follow me, you can follow me at Matt P. 2 Real on Instagram, Matthew Priest on Facebook, Unprecedented MP on Snapchat and Twitter.
Oh yeah, if you want to follow me, you can go to The Chase Hardy on all social media platforms.
Man, y'all get with us.
Yes, sir.
It's going down. Again, I am Matt P.
I'm Jeremy Chase.
One time.
Yes, sir.